Hi, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another video. I know we touched upon happiness in a ton of my videos, but I think we needed to talk about this in a separate video as well. So, the number one reason you aren't happy is because you don't really want to be happy. This happens because, well, you aren't born with all the things you need to achieve and stuff. When you're born as a happy kid and you enjoy life, but the society teaches you to be unhappy when you don't have things and when you don't achieve stuff. And so when you grow up and during your growing up phase, you take on what society teaches you, and it teaches you that uh, you should be attached to things, and that you should be attached to success and to having things in your life. Like, you should be unhappy if you are homeless, or if I don't know, you don't have a girlfriend. uh, or you don't have much money, or you didn't achieve anything. Like, it's okay, then it's okay that yeah, you should be unhappy. Notice that that's not a fact of life. Like, you're unhappy if you don't have things, and you're happy if you do have things. Like, there are tons of people who do have, and the most people that have those things and that are successful are unhappy because they are attached to those things. And there is no rule, like, it's not written somewhere in the stone that a homeless person is a poor unhappy man. Like, he is unhappy if he wants to be unhappy. So, for an example, if uh, a family member dies, the society tells you you should be unhappy because death is bad, and uh, you shouldn't die, and you need that person in your life. Like, you society teaches you that you should be attached to the person. So, like I said, there are tons of things like money and relationships, status, everything. The whole game that society creates for you is that you are in this rat race where you're chasing all those things. I mean, that's the whole point of the culture, really. The when you during your growing up, you kind of take these things on as a reality. Like, you watch movies, you watch other people, how they interact and how they think and believe, and that's why you think and believe in the same way that those people do. Like, the chances are you didn't fall off a tree, and here you are with random beliefs and a random view on reality and random approach to life in general. Like, you take this on from your parents, or if you don't like it, then you go in the other way and you do uh, completely opposite of what your parents do and stuff. But in the end, you are completely influenced by the society and the culture. And my point is to notice that life doesn't have any rules, and you don't have to behave in any way. So you can give up all those things that you think that bring you happiness. And if you notice that kids don't have any of those things, and they are still happy, they are much more happier than you are, then it's obvious that you don't need anything to be happy. And I mean, fuck, fuck the kids. I'm telling you from my experience. I'm telling you, when I had all the when I could eat all the foods I wanted, when I could play video games all day, and when I was quote unquote had it everything, like um, I had everything I wanted. I found out that those things don't bring happiness. Those things only bring attachment. And Happiness comes from within. It comes from the joy comes from being. Like your natural state is happiness. You're only unhappy because you put stuff onto yourself and onto the your natural state. If you removed all the limitations that you put on yourself and all the stuff you learned from others and from the culture, you would see that your natural state is in fact happiness. So the solution to be happy all the time is not in finding some way like achieving stuff and finding something in external reality, but it's about seeing through all the limitations that you created for yourself. And it's about really shining through that authentic self, and the authentic self is happy. So notice, the only reason you aren't happy is because you really don't want to be happy. Because you say to yourself, I should be unhappy. The ego creates all these stories that something needs to be achieved and something needs to be done because the ego wants you to survive. So, for the ego to get you to survive, then it puts limitations and says you have to feel unhappy if, for an example, some of your family dies because it's in putting your survival in danger. So basically, all your unhappiness comes from the ego and from ego's games. It creates all these rules that needs to be achieved and all the attachments to reality. So yeah, I want you to take out that insight that if you are unhappy and you don't have peace in your life, then that's because of the ego. That's because you have some beliefs and conclusions about reality which are limiting and which are just attachments. And if you are interested in learning how to get rid of all the attachments, I did a video about that as well. So be sure to check that out. It's one of the most foundational videos about emotional health that you can probably watch. And yeah, that's it for this one. If you like the video, be sure to like and comment, all that good stuff. And if you want to see other videos that I'll be posting out in the future, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss other videos that I'll be posting out in the future. And I guess I'll see you then in the next one. Bye.